Good morning and happy Monday. I'm going to talk about some books I read, and then I'm going to talk about some books we have in the library because a lot of what I read this week isn't in our library. But even though we don't own this, I still think it was a great book and I want to show it to you. The Engineer's Wife. So it's all about the woman who was married to the man who started building the Brooklyn Bridge. And I phrase it that way because his father designed the bridge. Her husband started the bridge, but she's the one who finished the bridge. And so it's a very interesting story about women in the workplace back in 1880, which is as amazing as it sounds. And it was really a great historic piece about the way the bridge was built and about the lives of women in that time and the things they were doing, the things they had to do. She couldn't even do some of the work because her clothing prohibited her from climbing or going underneath or doing things like that. So she had to find solutions all the way around. It was very, very interesting. So another book I actually did read this week, Dolly Parton. So again, I learned a lot about the Dolly and the Parton, but the writing, it's a little sketch sometimes. The grammar's a bit much, but the information is really good. So if you want to know more about Dolly Parton, here's your book. I read an entire series about a boy who played football and the girl who loved him. But it's really interesting because it started in high school. The first two books, one was in high school, the second was in college. The third book, they were in their 40s. It's really quite an interesting twist. And they had a teenager who was in high school. I really liked it, but we probably won't be buying it for the library. But I want to show you this amazing series, which we do have in the library, which is also about football and the girls who love boys who play football. Each book is about a different couple. They're really, really good, and for some reason they're all in right now. So if you want a good romance book with a little sports thrown in, this is your set right here. And the last book I want to talk about is 10 Blind Dates. I might have talked about it already because I read it as a NetGalley some time ago, but it's seasonally appropriate. Notice there's mistletoe. So this girl breaks up with her boyfriend right before Christmas break, and she goes to spend the break about an hour or so away with her grandmother and their whole family. And her grandmother decides it would be the best idea ever to set her up on 10 blind dates. So everyone takes a day and picks a guy, and it's sort of a competition. So of course the family is loving every piece of it, and she's like, "Are you kidding me right now?" But she decides to be a good sport and go along with it, and she has a lot of fun. So it's really good. It's mostly fluffy and entertaining. It does happen over Christmas break, which I love, a book that is appropriate to my season. It's really good. It should be ready any second now. It's almost ready to go on the shelf. So come in and get those if you're interested in any of them. Have a great week.